All right, so it looks like we're going on this episode. Is this a bonus episode or is this episode 4? Who knows? That's the fun. So we're watching once again another short of the week film. It's not. It's called Valencia Road by Logan George and Celine Held. It's a 7-minute drama short film. So yeah, we're gonna check it out. We'll have the link below. You can watch it with us or watch it and then listen to us. Listen to us morons. So
we are morons. That's just a fact.
Yep. And so we'll go ahead and start this baby up.
Let's hit this Scooby Dooby start button.
Let's kill ourselves.
That's all I could ever ask for.
Dude, she needs to charge her phone just like you.
That was some realistic phone usage. I hate in movies when they try to use a phone and they're obviously not.
Yep.
But boy, she missed that call and charged her phone. Or he, I don't know. And she's got maps on. Boy, this is realistic as hell. God damn. Most realistic fucking film adaptation ever. Dude, just pick up. Come on. Just pick up.
Dude, sick song though. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I love D&B, bro.
Yeah, me too. I love Southwestern reggae.
I'm on Valencia Road, and there's an upside-down car here in a field. It's an accident. Yeah. What? I'm Catherine Glasser. Glasser, Glass. No, I saw the car and I called you. And
Holy moly.
Yeah. Sorry, there was just a car that drove by really fast, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't really have the time to... Do you know how long this is gonna take? Hello?
Her hazard's on, I can tell. Because it keeps fucking clicking.
Make it stop! Turn the realism off, I don't like it anymore.
There's a car flipped over and there's a lady screaming and you're just gonna sit there?
Yeah, fuck them, dude. I got shit to do, like, tomorrow, you know? I don't have time for this. I gotta, like, go jerk off or something.
Gotta fucking go save people in 2017?
Let me just say one thing. I'm a girl.
She's grabbing her gun to put her down.
It's like...
It's too late for that.
Damn. There's a horse out there. I know it. There's a horse in that car. And I'm about to put one in its brain.
So this is the first shot we've seen out of the car.
Ooh. It's spooky.
Nice
sure
road.
hope nothing bad happens.
This looks like, I don't know, upstate New York.
How the fuck can you guess that from that? This just looks like a road to me. I don't know where the hell this is.
Yeah, I called the police. I can't.
Can you calm down?
Did you try the other door?
Did you try turning it off and back on again?
Number? 886. Yeah. 642. Yeah. 6241. It's ringing. Do you hear it?
Can you just like unlock the car? What's the hard part about this?
It's like broken, I think.
It's really
She tried earlier.
You don't understand, okay? I could run home from you. Do you want me to try it again? Who's waiting for you?
It's cool that they got a car though.
Yeah.
I'm late too. My sister and her husband are dividing up my dad's stuff.
Cool. I'm stuck in a car.
I've never even been here before. Hey.
So you trying to tell me that every door broke? Plot device. Ooh.
Hey, back up real quick. I'm about to kick the shit out of this door.
Go, 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 go. I feel like we should clear up that, like, I'm still watching this seriously, but I'm gonna fuck around while I'm watching it.
Oh, yeah. We're good multitaskers.
I wouldn't say good, because I'm not good at anything except being bad.
Hi, this is Catherine. I'm the person that found you with the accident the other day. I just wanted to see how you were doing.
How did you get this number?
When we were waiting for the ambulance, I called your phone to see if we could find it to see if there was
Are you with the police?
No, I just wondering how you were.
I'm fine.
Okay,
Please don't call me again.
okay,
Bye.
Pranked again.
bye.
You wanted a friend, but you thought
We ain't friends up in here.
this is a no friend zone.
And that looks like that's the end. So credits are rolling as the film continues. All right. And I'm sure that's just going to go on to the end there because we're impatient. All right, so initial reaction. I guess I'll go this time since you went last time.
Yeah.
Just a warning. I have seen this film twice now. This is my second time watching it. So I've had some time to think about it a little more. So obviously this is what if you watched our third episode, I was talking about how you can effectively use two narratives to tell a singular sort of message or story. I feel like this does that extremely well, because basically this woman is going to, I assume it's like her father's funeral, or some sort of thing where her father has died and she's sort of dealing with that. And then she meets this person that was, flipped over on the side of the road, who's also in this really traumatic situation. And, for a moment they find that they're touching, like that scene where they're touching their hands on the glass with each other. It's like a really, like a moment where they sort of understand each other's trauma for a moment. And it's like this sort of, this understanding that only happens in that moment and could never happen in any other situation. And then she goes home and tries to call her because she feels like there's some relationship there, what there really wasn't. It was really just a situation that allowed them to be that way in that very moment, right? So I'm sorry about that. And so, they use these two narratives, the woman's dealing with her dad's death and then this whole car accident, to sort of tell this sort of message that, like, we can find understanding with each other within this trauma, and people look for those kind of like connections, like they reach out for those connections, but those connections don't always like really exist. So it's like a very,
it's like temporary situational.
Yeah, it's like a very realist
sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's like a very realist sort of theme. And also the actress is, I feel like she's really good in this. She does a really good job.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
I thought it looked like it was just really realistic, and I like that. And I like the points that you brought up as well, and how there was just that that moment where they kind of understood each other in that weird mess going on with both their lives. One of the main character having her father recently passed away and going to divide up the estate with her sister, and the other main character whom was in a car that just flipped over.
Whomstead of.
Yeah. I like that. I thought it was cool. Still a little... I don't know if it was just it felt a little cut off.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have enjoyed this more if it was just a little bit longer, if there was a little bit more substance to it, but I do think it was well done overall.
There's definitely that thing where it feels kind of like it feels kind of jarring the way it ends, right? It just sort of leaves you hanging here with this very
actually
awkward
that's kind of
moment.
cool that it did
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Though,
I mean,
so.
I would say that actually adds to what they were going for. But I will say the fact that like it goes from the whole thing to her calling her, I do feel like there could have been something a little more in between there to really bridge that gap. It does feel a little bit like they squished together something that was supposed to be longer, a little longer. So I know what you mean. And then obviously we haven't talked about it much, but technically very, very pretty. I don't think I think it was pretty.
Oh yeah, I really liked
cinematography.
I really liked the cinematography and the color work and the editing and shit, as I have of pretty much everything we've watched to date. I mean, it's only been 4, but anyway, I did enjoy how when it was the first part of the first, I guess, scene in the film, which is really a majority of the short film itself, it was very blue and kind of darker, and it was just shaded so well to fit like the type of mood they were going for, which is just kind of down and stressed and really off and not just kind of like not good. So, not nice,
just bad.
So I liked that worked, and in the last scene how everything is brighter and the colors are, you know, like more lively, and it's a house and they have like these random paintings and like yellow walls, and it's more.
Yeah, I do feel like there's definitely a lot, especially with her house, and then just the way they set up the beginning. There's a lot to unpack there with like they're trying to tell a lot of the story, like visually, and I always respect that. Like it's not that I'll get every single little detail, and I don't think anybody should reasonably think they will, but. You can always appreciate when a filmmaker's trying to tell more of a story, even in the background of something.
Oh yeah,
and
the things that make it more realistic to an extent, because it's just like there are a lot of small things that you can't pick up all the time, or you might never pick up, but they're still parts of the story, and you know they're there, that make it more legitimate instead of random lady in empty car with phone driving. Other lady in car. Now I'm at daddy house. He dead. Bye. Yeah. Like there's nothing to make it feel like a real house or like her real car.
Yeah.
Or like when the chick was in the car upside down. Like that was it. It all felt like a really cool snippet into what could have been a totally legitimate thing that anybody could experience.
Yeah, it definitely felt like an actual like something that actually happened at some point to someone, and they made like a movie out of it or something.
Yeah,
like I'm not sure if that's true, but I mean, yeah,
it feels like it could have been.
I totally believe it if it, yeah.
If
it
was, that was obviously way in credit of the director and the actors and really just everybody. I think. Yep. Everybody had to come together well enough to portray that and make you feel like that. So
yeah, and there's definitely it's a very complex emotion that they're trying to take out of the viewer.
Yeah, it's not something very easy to digest.
Yeah, within 7 minutes they really get that, and that's pretty impressive. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit longer. I wish there was a little more there in between. But yeah, within 7 minutes they really do. They really get at this very, very complex emotion within the heart of the story.
So what would you say the TLDW is for the good and the bad?
TLDW, the good.
I think I did the good last time, or I think I started. So you can go.
Okay, the good is the story. The writing is definitely it's a very particular realist style. The whole thing, even the themes kind of go into this like very realist style. The technically on all levels, it's very, very well done. The audio didn't have a single problem with that.
I agree.
Very pretty cinematography, lighting, coloring, all of it's done very well. The actress was the main actress. I really liked her. I thought she was really, really good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the bad, Yasin, say something. You.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just really the only negative thing about this was as good as it was. I feel like it definitely could have used just a little bit more. Maybe if it had another minute to 2 minutes of exposition through either dialogue or again visual storytelling, it definitely could have benefited the story. It still works,
Yeah.
but I do feel like it could have worked better. Maybe
Right.
totally could have not, but that's I would have liked it to have been just a little bit longer. So yeah, that's really the only negative is just it might have just been the execution of the short film. Like it definitely could have used that, but that's outside of that, everything was. I agree with you on that as well. I really liked how it was all done. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something. It's definitely an interesting kind of thing. I don't think many people make films of this sort of theming. It's a very uncomfortable theme too, if you think about it. And it took me a while to figure out like what it was going for. If I didn't have that extra time, I'd probably be a little more confused, which might be a negative as well. It could have been maybe a little more.
Yeah,
I don't know, a little more obvious is the word, but I don't want to say it's like, oh, dumb it down, please. I'm an idiot. Please help me. But like, yeah, just it could have been maybe a little clearer, maybe. But yeah. So what do you want to do for ratings? We'll rate this movie out of 10.
And again, like I'll try to say in everyone, these are just based on ours. We usually start around 5, and then it varies depending on how the short film handled itself. So please watch it and don't just take what we say as godsend, because 1, we're dumb, and 2, you should never do that with anything. But
yeah, what he means is like 5 for us. 5 is average.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Yeah, 5 out of 10 is average. We don't do the 7 out of 10 crap. We don't do the start from 10 and go down thing. I'm not saying those are like crap, but that's just not how we like to do it. I did say crap though.
Oopies. Hold your ground. I think I'll give it maybe. I think a 6.5 to a 7 is pretty good for me.
6.5, 7. Okay.
Yeah, one of the somewhere in that range.
I was gonna give it I think this might be the biggest for us difference. Probably give it maybe a low 8, high 7. I'm feeling.
You're mumbling. Yes, I like making noises too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's for me. I think what it sets out to achieve, it does very well. It's the story leaves lets you have something to think about after it's over, which is always nice.
I do feel like this isn't the type of film that does appeal to a lot of people, because it's kind of one of those things that there are going to be a lot of people out there who watch this and just don't care, because it might not be clear enough for them, or they just don't really. It's just not something they find interesting. Like it didn't captivate them. And again, while it's not like spectacular, I definitely thought it was good. But
someone's just like, some chick found a chick out on the side of the road, crashed, and then she was
dumb.
Like, oh,
that was
and then
dumb, and I hated
then she
it.
called him, and then she was like, I'm a bitch to you, fuck off, please. And then they're like, and then it was over. What a stupid film. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It does.
That was
fucking
dumb.
retarded.
And I don't like dumb things. Overall, pretty good reception, I think, on both ends here.
Yep.
Valencia Road. It's on Short of the Week. It's on Vimeo.
I'll go ahead and go back. By Logan George and Celine Held. I'm sure there's others who made it. I'm sure they didn't just work on it together and they did everything. So that's pretty good.
All right.
So I guess that's it.
Oh, it is based on a true story.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Says that right there. That's okay. That's really cool.
All right.
That kind of makes that realist element even more legitimate,
even more realist.
Ooh.
So that'll be all for this episode. Check out our other episodes, and thank you for listening. If you ever made it this far, all 0 of you. But if you did, you're really special to us. You're like our best friend. Okay,
and please tell us we're bad. We need it.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. He's right. So that's it
All right,
for
cool.
this episode. We'll see you guys later. Good night, my friends.